to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Maria and my husband's name is Damar. We have a almost 1-year-old daughter. Her name is Skylar and everybody calls her Sky. And I am currently 26 weeks pregnant with our second baby girl. So today I wanted to do a sit-down video again, just by myself. My mom offered to pick up my daughter and take her for a little date today. So my mom and dad came by and just picked her up. And you guys, I don't think I've ever been home like without Sky. I don't think she's ever been like picked up before. We've left her here before. I don't think I've ever been like here by myself. And my husband is with his uncle and they're doing some fun stuff today. But yeah, I just wanted to just sit down and just kind of have like a little tea party with you guys. I have my chai tea. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I've been going through recently and just talk specifically about mental health. Bear with me, this video might be a little bit all over the place, but I just figured today would be a good day for me to sit down and just kind of discuss what's been on my mind and on my heart and kind of what I've been going through in my personal experience. I would say my biggest struggle recently has been viewing myself in a very negative way. I would say I can't really pinpoint when it started. However, recently it's been a lot more heightened, and a lot of it could be just because of my pregnancy hormones and all of that, and being pregnant back to back. But yeah, I feel like a lot of us probably struggle with this, but I feel like I have always had a very negative way of viewing myself, and it's not all the time. There's just different days where it really just hits me a lot harder. I have thoughts that are not great about myself, and I think recently more than ever I've just come to realize just how bad it really is. Yeah, I feel like I'm just very much of a verbal processor, so I thought this would be very helpful for me to just kind of sit down and just kind of talk about whatever it is that kind of comes up in this little therapy session. Yeah, I guess the main thing that has brought it up in my head that I figured this would be a good video to make is I've been thinking a lot about my daughters and thinking about how sad I would be if they would have the same thoughts that I do about myself, and how much I just wouldn't be okay with that. So I guess I'm just really wanting to try to come up with, a solution so that I can teach my daughters to love who they are and to be confident in who they are. I think more recently than ever, I have started to realize how much I've been comparing myself to other people, just feeling really guilty and kind of stupid for feeling the way that I have been. And then in that, feeling like I can't share because even the thought of sharing it with somebody makes me realize that it's really dumb, whatever it is that I'm thinking in my head, so it makes me embarrassed to share it with anybody. But more than ever, I'm realizing that that is even worse, to get stuck in your own head and not be able to share with people how you're actually doing. So I wanted to do that today, just open this up for discussion so that we can just kind of connect more on an emotional level. So that is my goal for today. I think ultimately in this is I am starting a journey of learning to love who I am, regardless of how I'm feeling, because feelings are so fickle and they come and go, and I just am trying to be very steady in the way that I view myself and to really acknowledge some of the thoughts that go through my head that are very negative. Everybody knows that if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. I've realized my negative thoughts towards myself has started to come out in the way that I love other people, in the way that I mother my daughter, and because this has been such an ongoing issue, and it's not even to the point where I can pinpoint when it started, because I think I've forever struggled with just feeling inadequate. And even though there hasn't been like a significant instance in my life to where I felt like something happened to me to where I started to just like spiral down, been little things over the years that have brought me to now. And so my way recently of trying to just view myself in a better way and realize that the expectations that I put on myself need to just go away, because at the end of the day, expectations are never good, whether that's with yourself or with anybody in your life. So I'm starting to realize that for myself and not allow little things throughout my day, if I fall short or whatever, to not dictate the rest of my week or the rest of my day or whatever it looks like. I'm really all over the place. One thing that I wanted to touch on also is with these negative thoughts that I've had towards myself, I was starting to believe those lies so much to where I didn't even see that it was a lie anymore. It started to assume that everybody else views me in that same way, specifically my husband. I started to think, oh, well, if I'm thinking this about myself, like surely Damar notices it too. Even though that's not the truth, that's just kind of what happens, where it becomes our truth and you think that everybody else views you in a certain light, and that's just not the case. Damar has been so good for me, walking me through and just talking me through all of these things, and he is just so patient and willing to sit there, and even when I am just so emotional and having a breakdown and like trying to just somewhat summarize what is going on in my own head, he's able to just ask me questions and able to be that person that can help me verbally process kind of what's going on in my own head, because sometimes I don't even know stuff that's inside of me because I'm definitely a stuffer. Things happen, or I have a thought about myself and I don't realize the negative effect that it will cause in the future, and so it just builds and builds and builds to the point where I just have an emotional breakdown and I don't know what to do with all of my emotion, and all of my emotion comes out versus just like trying to explain, because I don't even know how to explain it. So he'll sit there with me and he'll talk me through everything, and he'll ask me the questions that I need to be asked so that I can just see little things that have just builded up to where it's got me to that breaking point. I guess what I'm realizing more than ever right now is I am in control of my own life, and I have a choice to, regardless of how I'm feeling in a day, I can make baby steps to better myself and to better my mental health and to take the time to love myself the way that I need to be loved and to give myself grace. Comparison has been a huge thing for me, more recently than ever. So recently I've been trying to do self-affirmation, looking at myself in the mirror and telling myself who I should believe that I am. And I feel like that has been very helpful for me, because our words are so powerful and I don't think we realize that enough. And so I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments on things that I touched on today. Maybe some ideas on what you guys do if you have just negative thoughts. If you're struggling at all, I would love to just have it open in the comments where we can talk to each other, and you're welcome to DM me on Instagram. My info for my Instagram is down below, and I would be more than happy to be able to connect with you on more of an emotional level. So yeah, I hope that this video wasn't discouraging. I'm hoping that it's helpful and insightful and just makes you feel not alone if you're in the same place as me. I will always be honest and transparent where I am mentally, and yeah. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We would love for you to join our family and to watch our family grow. I will have all of our social media links down below for you guys. So like I said before, if you want to reach out and talk about maybe some mental health things that you guys are going through, I would love to hear and just be there for you guys. So I will definitely be responding to your messages and just to have some good dialogue and be there for each other. So that will be down below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the algorithm of YouTube. So yeah, hope you guys have a great Sunday and a good week, and we will see you guys next week. Bye guys.